PLC Safari Rally 2025. Revisha and feel the roar.
Chamge mising chitab kalenjin amangu ole chamegei eng olda tugul ole itesetai inyorune tugetab Kass TV eng saishechu kakoit kasarta nebo logoiwekab emet cheitun kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV nesomanwo kekwane Bernard Koech kibotegei ak Naomi Cherotich eng kebeberta nebo oretab kabarunoik. Itagat ketestai kitaune county nebo Nakuru ole kilumdoi eng betutab rani tetutiet nebo kokoitoetab kibandishek anan mobile registration drive ole indochini korata minister nebo ribetab kalyet eng emet orit notok ko Kipchumba Murkomen eng komasta nebo Shabab eng taonitab Nakuru ole mitei kandoik cheterter eng ikorata tokchinigei kekanapta tetutik chebo kokoitoetab kibandishek mising ko eng barnotikab emoni chekikoit kenyisiek 18 ako tomo konyor kibandishek ko kibendi eng oretab agenge eng agenge akoi komasatab Shabab eng county nebo Nakuru asikenyoru ng'alaletab Waziri Murkomen.
Services. Today's event is not only about launching this vital program, but also about reaffirming the government's commitment to reviewing and eliminating prohibitive practices in the issuance of identity cards. We recognize that certain barriers have persisted even since before independence, and our mission is to address these challenges so that every Kenyan can enjoy their right to documentation without unnecessary hurdles. As part of the government's commitment to inclusivity and fairness, His Excellency the President recently directed us to discontinue levying fees for initial registration of identity cards. In line with this directive, yesterday I issued a Gazette notice amending the Gazette notice number 15495/2023, reviewing the charges of registration of persons. This is a crucial step in ensuring that every Kenyan has access to essential services. Mnajua Mheshimiwa Rais wiki iliyopita alipokuwa huko Nairobi alitangaza kwamba wale wanakuja mara ya kwanza kuchukua IDs lazima wafanye bure, kwa sababu hivi sasa watu wanalipishwa pesa shilingi 300. Na kwa hiyo directive ya rais, kwa habari ya rais vile alitangazia Wakenya, hivi jana nimetoa habari kamili ya kuondoa ile IDs ambao watu wanachukua kwamba itakuwa sasa bure, haiwezi chukuliwa kwa kulipa chochote. Na vile nimefika hapa asubuhi, nimepitia ile registration desk ambao tuko na watu na wengi wao walikuwa wanafunzi hivi majuzi, ambao ni karibu 200 tayari wako hapa na wako tayari kuchukua IDs. Sisi tuko tayari kuhakikisha kwamba wamepata bure. Nimemuuliza kijana moja pale anaitwa Ignatius kwa nini alichelewa kuchukua ID. Akaniambia kwamba angeweza kupata hiyo pesa shilingi 300, ilikuwa ni ngumu, na kwa mwaka 3 iliyopita hakuweza kuchukua ID ingawa alikuwa anataka ID hiyo. Kumaanisha kwamba kuna watu wengi sana wamekuwa wakifungiwa nje kwa mambo ya kutafuta riziki ya maisha na kujisikia kwamba wao ni Wakenya, kwa sababu ile walikuwa wanalipishwa shilingi 300 ilikuwa nimewafungia nje. Habari nzuri ni kwamba rais ametangaza na mimi nimetimiza ya kwamba leo tunapeana IDs kwa hawa vijana bure, na wamepata bure siku ya leo. Pia nilipofika nimeambiwa kwamba kuna wale ambao makaratasi yao saa zingine inakuwa na tashwishi, na wanaambiwa ya kwamba kabla hujapewa ID, wanaambiwa ya kwamba kuna kitu inaitwa verification. Lazima tuangalie vizuri kama hii birth certificate yako ni ya ukweli, kama hii karatasi nyingine umetoa hata ID ya mama yako ama baba yako ni ukweli. Lakini wanaambiwa kufanya hiyo verification, enda ulipe shilingi 500 ndio ufanye verification. Napenda kutangaza hapa kwamba hakuna tena verification, pesa 500 italipwa kwa mambo ya verification. Itakuwa ni bure kuhakikisha kwamba wale wanatafuta ID watakuwa wanapata bure. Hata wewe ukitafuta passport, nimetangaza hapa leo, ukienda kufika pahali na uambiwe wakati unapeana makaratasi ya kutaka passport ya Kenya, unaambiwa lipa 500 ndio tukufanyie verification. Nimetangaza kwamba hiyo pia imekuwa bure ili kwamba verification itakuwa ni kazi yetu, kwa sababu ile documents ikiletwa, there is something called presumption of validity of those documents on the part of government until we prove that they are not genuine. And that's our responsibility. The people of Kenya should not be forced to pay anything, and therefore that is free. Additionally, on 5th of February 2025, His Excellency the President, while in Wajir, signed a proclamation abolishing the requirement for extra vetting during the issuance of ID cards in certain areas. Contrary to popular belief, the practice of vetting did not exclusively affect the northeastern or border regions, but also impacted cosmopolitan urban areas like Nakuru City, Nairobi City, Mombasa City, and many parts of the country. And this process was a gross violation of their rights to equality before the law and equal treatment as provided for in Article 27 of our Constitution. It is unimaginable that for decades, a section of people were singled out to undergo extra vetting by dint of sharing names with people in the neighboring countries or by virtue of being born at the borders of our country. I am pleased to announce that the vetting has been discontinued as it was a practice that unfairly impacted on many communities. I want to say this. Kumekuwa na propaganda wakati rais aliandika ile habari katika akiwa Wajir, akisema kwamba hakuna haja. Nimepata msichana moja hapa, wazazi wake wa zamani walitoka Northeastern. Kabla ya hiyo vetting kuondolewa, angeambiwa kwamba kwanza enda utafute penye wazazi wanatoka, anaambiwa enda ufanyie vetting kwingine, kamiti kubwa inapitishwa, saa zingine hata watoto wake hawapati ID.
Notok ko tugetab Minister nebo ribetab kalyet eng emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen mitei komasta nebo Shabab eng county nebo Nakuru ole lumdoi tetutiet nebo kokoitoetab kibandishek koityi barnotik chekoit kenyisiek 18 akwo tai ole kuyekekas ko kakomwa kole anan koikimit kurset anan ng'atutiet noto nekikon President William Ruto kole kiisto tetutiet nebo chikilisiet nenaat mising ko vetting nekocham keyochin biik chebunu komasta nebo Northeastern chemache kocheng kibandishek eng emetab Kenya. Ko yekitestai ak logoiwekab emet ko kakomongke MP nebo Keses eng county nebo Sengisho Julius Ruto akoisho logoiwek chekomwa alake eng kandoik kobun komasta nebo Central Kenya kole koboisie serikalitab Kenya Kwanza oret nebo kalotunet eng roptaetab mbolea anan katoldoleiwek chebo ole nemite ng'wony chenootin mising ko subsidized fertilizer ole kamwa Ruto kole naat mising komasta nebo Rift Valley eng kabatisietab bandek ako noto konyolu kinyigis eng kokoitoetab keswek koboto katoldoleiwek. Kabinet ak kasarta nenwach kong'ete komwa alak eng kandoik chebunu Central Kenya cheboto MP nebo Githunguri noto ko Gathoni wa Mushomba koboto Senator nebo Laikipia County John Metu kole kokinyigis mising komasta nebo Rift Valley akitaban komasta nebo Central eng kokoitoetab mbolea ichoto bo fertilizer subsidy kobate kamwa Julius Ruto nekong'ololi eng tetutietab lene emet eng betutab rani kole komasta nebo Rift Valley kotiegei mising emetab Kenya eng komang'unetab amitwogik ako noto konyolu kenyigis eng kokoitoetab mbolea koboto keswek.
Kwagere koteb senator nebo kwatakan senator nebo Nyandarua president akoleji kole keng'alal na koleji keng'alal amemwoiwech ile amune siko kaba no trip mbolea chechang amabwa central
Yes.
kowalchi David Kiplagat nebo Soi koleji si akot a classic student kongen kole msimu nekikole bandek and the area nekikole beek bandek ko no trip and therefore kobendi mbolea ole makat
Akole mi demand is
ole mi
correct.
demand for now ko season nebo Mount Kenya side nebo viazi kang nang ne akombolea chechwak kumonamege amonamege those climate so it is this time round kufocus on mbolea lakini shortfall rains kufocus on mbolea no wale magenya
Yes.
amu mataki kulse jeget under shortfall rains kibaje long rains those are purely basic things lakini ngoiko kasita ake na gas negativity kulen kwisha mogere ole ko bitin kabaret nebo yimit kay mo kapela kay tuku kapano kabaga because kako mongo kako mo seneda during o in niptam net nebi ni nebi nyandarwa meto kako mo meto so ngiro those discussion ko kisungusha ng social media ako nyom goyan bi wole anga ko yitin serikali ni
Ako yang kidogo
anga
na
ibole ako boldaga mo boldaga but the basic thing is that yo gimeje low season goli ne baropta arab sokol kumi areas ju gisi chemi ropta those times ke pushe ni mbolea ko bano ko pasau nyanza ulin gulse because they are needed there and the group ni masata kuma mbolea je une you understand so ko amaja mogita gen kole kete boss kita ne bawa manut but amaje ge moje ge kora kweli ge lejige ongimete jori notet we will govern this nation when all of us participate
Yes.
agitinde society no go more literate in terms of knowledge more than society in Gibo 20 years, 10 years ago. Negative days is the good, especially the generation set. People who might love Amu, they are knowledgeable,
Yes.
they discuss issues, are very courageous. Rane ko mo un legend in Goka de Jamga or Tebana Swale. Teben and content Gondarane. I was going to give me the Mushim Mushim. Hey, come out Mushim Moni, you could kill it from Alal Moro. Keep on going one lol. Like in the Rana Golianek. I was today telling us that I was a quadressa and Mushimiwa. You know, in a post, this person is empowered. Sometimes you get empowered with a distorted
information
message. I only tape to come tape connect. Tape come Quatakan and Colimiane. Mamigini, I wait. Matebo didn't Korogi who need Mushimiwa progress about this particular project.
Yes.
What are the challenges? Some challenges come and and then I guess it's explained so they didn't go they are attacking like it is your duty and your duty. You only have oversight, representation, and to raise those issues, that voice they raise. It is your duty to go and raise in the relevant ministry.
Yes.
Have you gone there, Moshimua? Have you gone to roads to speak about our road? Kwamanat new, go you Kenya power and go you Rerek and go you minister and Nigeria, estimating you. That is the work. Amu Katobi in the toll. Like in a movie, go Kyoko again, get Nako and Trust and quite. I'm trying to elaborate something that we have a population knowledgeable, courageous. They have time to spend on this tool.
Yes. Smartphone.
Give game bangu no pay to speak. Ko get so meet the TikTok, but they put more energies on social issues. Social. Not socio-economic.
Yakatestai ak logoiwekab emet ko konyor tokset ne inegei laitoriat nebo emetab Netherlands noto ko King William Alexander koboto kwondanyi noto ko Queen Maxima eng igorta nebo amitwogikab koskoling anan state banquet nekotet President William Ruto ak First Lady Rachel Ruto eng kondit nebo kandoiyoto bo emetab Netherlands ole koboisie igoratab President William Ruto ak laitoriat nebo emetab Netherlands kokimiti tilyandit nekikotestai eng kasartab kenyisiek 60 eng kwenutab Kenya ak emonoto ngenyoru ngalalet nekotestai eng igorata bo amitwogikab koskoling.
Welcome, Mr. President. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Absolutely. Thank you very much. We plant some trees? We planted. Hello, welcome back. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the conversation with the MP.
Yes, great conversation. Very different and very vibrant. So my father, especially for Charles. For 61 years, our countries have enjoyed close diplomatic ties, ties that we cherish. The future belongs to Kenya. You can sense the self-confidence of its people. There's so much talent here, so much potential. Millions of young Kenyans are eager to contribute to their country's further development. These self-assured and enterprising people are the engine driving Kenya forward. That enterprising spirit is something the Dutch recognize. It's what makes our relationship so balanced and successful. You can see this in practice in our economies, which are growing ever more connected. We are Kenya's third largest export market worldwide, bigger than all the other EU countries combined. And we're one of Kenya's top 5 investors, promoting trade, embracing innovation and pursuing opportunities. These are endeavors that unite us. And it's not only our economic goals that unite us. We are both committed to promoting security and stability in Africa and the wider world. Together, we're working to combat terrorist networks that seek to undermine our societies. We're joining forces in maritime operations to keep our shipping routes safe. And we're supporting the UN in its vital work supporting peace. You are home to no fewer than 34 UN agencies, an impressive figure indeed.
This visit marks 60 years of Kenya-Netherlands diplomatic ties, 6 decades of steadfast friendship built on the solid foundation of mutual respect, shared values, and a common vision for a sustainable, prosperous world. Our dynamic partnership spans agriculture, trade, health, and climate action. As we confront an increasingly unpredictable climate, our commitment to adaptation is critical. The erratic nature of water, either too much or too little, has deeply affected our people, disrupting crops, livestock, infrastructure, and homes. It is therefore with great pleasure that Kenya has signed a hosting agreement with the Global Center on Adaptation, a significant milestone for both Kenya and Africa. Climate change is real, and Africa remains its most vulnerable continent. Kenya alone has endured devastating cycles of floods and droughts, underscoring the urgent need for action. I invite you all to raise your glasses for a toast to the enduring friendship between Kenya and Netherlands, to the good health and well-being of His Majesty King William Alexander and Her Majesty Queen Maxima, and to the lasting partnerships and shared prosperity of our two peoples. Cheers.
May I ask you all to join me in raising your glass. Mr. President, Mrs. Ruto, to your good health and to the friendship between Kenya and the Netherlands. Cheers.
Your Majesty, have a great evening.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
My very best wishes once again. Thank you tomorrow. Fantastisch. Wel gelukt op de...
Kakomwa gavana nebo Uasin Gishu County Jonathan B. Arap Chelilem kole tesetai serikalinyi kosubi ng'atutik chemokotin eng boisietab rabinikab boror anan public procurement eng kasuldaetab boisionik chebo county. Kong'ololi eng taitab committee nebo chikiletab malikab boror eng bunge nebo Senate neindochin seneta nebo Homa Bay County Moses Kajwang, komwa Chelilem kole eng kole nguno ko kikomuch ine kosuldae boisionik cheterter eng oret noto nenomegei ak ng'atutik chebo boisietab rabinik. Alak eng boisionik choto kikotestai kosuldae Governor B koboto teksetab siret nelel noto nebo Eldoret City Market, kanabtaetab ortinwek cheterter eng Eldoret City, kokoitoetab chego koityi kipsomaninik 40,000 eng sukulishekab boror eng kwenutab boisionik alak cheterter.
On matters of ethnicity, Senator Wambua, I want to thank you and the team for, giving a good report that it became a city in Eldred. And before we became a city, I had constituted a cabinet. Largely, even the colleges we talk about, there are about 12 different of them within. So I don't know what is it that you are looking for.
The governor has challenged me to say what it is that I was looking for. And it's a good challenge. I will take it.
Auditor General, would you confirm that you have been able to interrogate the responses from the county and you are able to guide us accordingly?
Yes, dear. The entry meeting of the INEA was held on 22nd of August 2024. We had told this committee area there was a lot of pressure for us to finish our audits on by 31st of December 2024.
Eng logoiwek alak chitab Kalenjin ko tesetai serikali koboisiei ak stakeholders cheterter eng chengetab walutik kotinygei ak koimutik chekotestai koim barnotikab emoni eng kasarta nekoi mising. Nitok kosubkei ak director nebo youth eng ministry nebo youth development koboto creative economy Emily Maina nekamwa kole makat eng stakeholders kobun sectors cheterter kotoret serikalitab Kenya Kwanza eng tetutik chekonoptoi barnotik mising ko ortinwek chekibune kalyet ak kora ko chengetab boisionik chebo boisionik eng barnotikab emoni asikobit bandab tai.
We as a State Department, we embrace the issue of youth peace and security because it anchors on the issue of youth empowerment. We have stakeholders from different ministries, the Council of Governors, the CBOs, because we are saying the youth agenda is not principally for the government alone. That issue of synergy is very important. And that is why you have seen development partners like Search for Common Ground. We have NYS is here, Kenya Coalition of Peace. We have NYC, which we call is a youth voice. We have International Center for Great Lakes region that deals with the peace issues within the Great Lakes areas. They are all included here because we want to speak in one voice. This is our country. This is our continent, and we need that peace and security to ensure that the youth empowerment can be actualized.
We are hosting for the rest of the week a process that seeks to accelerate youth peace and security agenda by ensuring that the country develops a national action plan for youth peace and security. We know that young people in Kenya form a very large demographic, and they are central to the growth and peace and the cohesion that we so much desire in our nation. And therefore, the Youth Peace and Security National Action Plan becomes our working point. It becomes our working agenda to realize the aspirations of young people here in Kenya. Youth Peace and Security National Action Plan will focus on 5 key things. One among them will be the participation of young people. So the participation of young people is meaningful inclusion, that when we are looking at young people in political processes, that they are central to the political conversations that are happening. When we talk about the second pillar is protection. So young people are not meant to be harmed. Young people are not meant to be instruments to cause trouble, to cause unrest. If anything, young people are meant to be protected as per the provisions of that UN resolution. So how are governments protecting young people? How are private sector entities protecting young people? How is media presenting young people? Are we presenting young people in a good light, or are we exposing them in bad light? The other thing about the agenda is that we want to have partnership. So young people as partners in peace. So rather than saying, oh, Niwale, oh, it is those young people, oh, it is the Gen Zs, we should work with young people as partners. The other core mandate that we want to see is that young people who have been involved in processes that have led them to crime and have been put through a criminal justice system, that there's a way of making sure they are integrated.
Yekitestai ak logoiwekab emet ketokyinigei komasta nebo Meru ole tesetai komunitab Kenya Ken kokoitoi toretet nenaat mising ko corporate social responsibility koityi komoswek cheterter ole kanyor kelchin kibagengeit agenge netoreti lagok chekikobet sigikwai kosubkei ak miondo noton nebo ukimwi ole koikoito kompunitab Kenya Ken tangitab beek nebo litaishek 10,000 koityi kibagenge noto asikobit kotoretegei eng boisionikwai chebo kotugul. Kamwa afisa neo nebo mung'aret anan brand manager nebo Kenya Ken noto ko Davis Changalwa kole tesetai icheket kokoitoi toretet neu noto koityi tokwek cheterter ko agenge eng ortinwek chebo mwaetab kongoi kosubkei ak mung'areng'wai nekikotestai kwo tai eng emetab Kenya.
I'm excited to be here today as we do this handover ceremony. So basically we are handing over a water tank to Kimbumbu Caregivers Group. The whole purpose of us doing this is in line with our purpose as Diageo, which is celebrating life every day, everywhere. And again, just living by the purpose of Kenya Ken, which is to celebrate daily wins and being benevolent, just to also come back to the society and be able to give back to the people that support us along the journey. So we have done this in line with celebrating the true Kenyan spirit, and part of us as Kenyans and in the spirit of our culture is to always come together, support each other, give back where necessary, and that is exactly what we are here to do today.
Ako yetajitab kolenjin ko kakeilet eng tetutiet noto nebo Kass Mashinani ko ibwat ile logoiwek alak chebo emet inyoru koite sait agenge nebo koskoleng ak eng sait 4 nebo kemboi. Kainenyu ko Bernard Koech, amakun betut nemie, testai ikere Kass TV amu kimnotet naet.
With the WRC Safari Rally 2025, Revisha and feel the road.